Do you ever pour your heart and soul into something, only to find the life you truly desire remains stubbornly out of reach? What if the missing piece isn't about striving harder, but about recalibrating how you think? Ancient masters understood a profound secret. Your mental patterns hold the key to unlocking your light body, a state of elevated consciousness and boundless potential. By making a simple yet powerful shift in these ingrained patterns, you can unlock a life brimming with fulfillment and abundance. But what exactly are mental patterns? They're more than just fleeting thoughts. They're the deeply etched grooves in your mind, the unconscious beliefs and habitual thought processes that silently orchestrate your perceptions, your actions, and ultimately your reality. Think of that persistent self-critical voice that whispers doubts in your ear, the negative assumptions you make about others before even giving them a chance, or those limiting beliefs about your own capabilities that keep you playing small. These are all examples of mental patterns at play, shaping your experiences in ways you might not even realize. Now, this isn't some New Age fad or fleeting self-help trend. This is an ancient master's method, a time-tested technique passed down through generations. Rooted in Hermeticism, an ancient wisdom tradition, this method was rediscovered and popularized by visionaries like James Allen, who understood its transformative power. This isn't just about conjuring positive thoughts. It's about fundamentally rewiring your mind for enduring success, genuine happiness, and profound fulfillment. It is an opportunity to break free from the invisible chains of limiting beliefs and self-sabotaging behaviors. Consider the impact this could have on your life. Imagine improved relationships blossoming from a foundation of empathy and understanding, career advancements fueled by unwavering confidence and self-belief, and vibrant health nurtured by reduced stress and a positive outlook. When you cultivate positive mental patterns, you pave the way for greater abundance and harmony to permeate every facet of your existence. This knowledge, though powerful, has often been overlooked, a piece of forgotten wisdom obscured by the noise of the modern world. Consider yourself among the select few now ready to receive and wield its transformative power, because you have the power to create your reality. This journey is about personal empowerment, self-discovery, and recognizing the profound connection between your mind, your body, and your spirit. The light body, then, isn't some ethereal concept, but a state of being, a heightened level of consciousness and energetic alignment that resides within you, waiting to be awakened. The key to unlocking it lies in consciously shifting your mental patterns, becoming aware of the negative ones, neutralizing their power, and replacing them with empowering alternatives. The key is to become aware of your thoughts, challenge their validity, and choose new, empowering thoughts. We will delve into the specific types of mental patterns that impact your life the most. We'll explore common thought patterns, such as the insidious grip of self-doubt, and how to dismantle it. We'll also examine debilitating emotional patterns, like the cycle of anxiety, and learn proven techniques to interrupt them. And finally, we'll uncover counterproductive action patterns, like the energy-draining habit of procrastination, and discover how to replace them with empowering actions aligned with your desired outcomes. To start with, consider this simple example. Instead of letting the thought, "I'm not good enough," take root, consciously replace it with the affirmation, "I am capable and worthy." These small, consistent shifts can create seismic changes in your life. So I ask you again, what if you've been unknowingly sabotaging your success with your own thoughts? Are you truly ready to take control of your mental patterns and unlock your true potential? Throughout this video, we'll reveal the specific keys or steps involved in this ancient master's method. I encourage you, as we go through this, to begin observing your own thoughts and feelings throughout the day. Notice any recurring negative thoughts and make a mental note of them. Later, we'll explore the science that validates these practices, examining the principles of neuroplasticity and how they support the rewiring of your brain. and we'll share inspiring stories of individuals who have successfully harnessed this method to transform their lives, proving that it is possible to create lasting positive change. Now, let's delve deeper into the core practice of mental pattern shifting, the technique the ancient masters used to unlock their light bodies. Remember those mental patterns we discussed? It's time to get more specific. We touched on thought patterns, emotional patterns, action patterns, but let's bring these into sharper focus so you can recognize them in your own life. Because recognition is the first step to transformation. Think about thought patterns like catastrophizing. Do you find yourself always jumping to the worst possible conclusion? A minor setback at work becomes a prelude to losing your job, your house, everything. Or perhaps you fall into overgeneralization. One negative experience becomes proof that all similar experiences will be negative. You had one bad date, therefore all dates will be terrible. Then there's mind reading, assuming you know what others are thinking and that it's negative, even without any real evidence. They must think I'm incompetent, you tell yourself, even though they've never said or implied that. These are just a few examples of how thought patterns can distort your reality. Emotional patterns are equally powerful. Do you find yourself stuck in recurring anger, triggered by the same situations or types of people? Or perhaps you experience anxiety spirals, where a small worry escalates into a full-blown panic attack. Chronic sadness, a persistent feeling of hopelessness or despair, is another common emotional pattern that can significantly impact your well-being. These emotional patterns are often deeply ingrained, shaped by past experiences and subconscious beliefs. Then we have action patterns. Procrastination, the art of delaying tasks even when you know it will cause you stress, is a classic example. Avoidance, steering clear of situations or people that make you uncomfortable, can limit your experiences and prevent you from reaching your goals. Self-sabotage, the unconscious act of undermining your own success, can be particularly frustrating. You get close to achieving something you want, and then you do something to mess it up. These action patterns often stem from underlying fears or limiting beliefs. Finally, let's examine language patterns. Are you prone to a victim mentality, always feeling like things are happening to you rather than for you? Do you find yourself blaming others for your problems rather than taking responsibility for your own actions? And what about negative self-talk, that constant stream of criticism and judgment you direct towards yourself? I'm so stupid. I'm a failure. I'll never be good enough. These words have power, and they can reinforce negative beliefs about yourself. So take a moment now. Pause this video if you need to, and reflect on your own mental patterns. Which of these categories resonate most strongly with you? What specific thoughts, feelings, actions, and words do you find yourself repeating? Use a notepad or your phone to make a few quick notes. In fact, to help with this process, I've prepared a special worksheet to guide you. You can find a link in the description below to download it now. This worksheet will help you identify and categorize your own unique mental patterns. Once you've identified some of your negative mental patterns, it's time to move on to the first step of the ancient method, neutralization. Now, this isn't about suppressing your thoughts or feelings. It's not about trying to force yourself to think positive all the time. Suppression doesn't work. It simply pushes the negative patterns deeper into your subconscious, where they continue to influence you on a deeper level. Neutralization is about recognizing the pattern's origin and its lack of objective truth. It's about seeing the pattern for what it is. A thought, a feeling, an action, a word, nothing more. The key to neutralization lies in asking yourself a simple yet profound question. Is this thought, feeling, action absolutely true? Notice that word, absolutely. Not partially true, not mostly true, but absolutely true. Can you say with 100% certainty that this thought or feeling or action is an accurate reflection of reality? Let's take that thought, I'll never be successful, as an example. Ask yourself, is that absolutely true? What evidence supports that thought? Maybe you've experienced some setbacks in the past. Maybe you've faced challenges and failures. But what evidence contradicts that thought? Have you ever achieved anything in your life? Have you ever overcome an obstacle? Have you ever demonstrated talent or skill in any area? Chances are, there's plenty of evidence that contradicts the thought, "I'll never be successful." The act of questioning negative mental patterns weakens their hold on you. It creates space for new, empowering beliefs to take root. Think of it like uprooting a weed in a garden. As long as the weed is there, it will continue to steal nutrients and block sunlight from the flowers. But once you uproot the weed, the flowers have room to grow and flourish. And here's the catch, be gentle with yourself during this process. It's important to approach this with self-compassion. You're not trying to beat yourself up for having negative thoughts or feelings. You're simply observing them, questioning them, and choosing to release them. After you've neutralized a negative pattern, it's time to replace it with a positive, empowering belief. This involves consciously choosing new thoughts, feelings, and actions that align with your desired reality. It's about intentionally cultivating a new mental landscape, one that supports your growth, your happiness, and your success. Let's go back to those categories of mental patterns and provide some examples of empowering replacements. For the thought pattern, "I'm not good enough," you can replace it with the affirmation, "I am capable and worthy." For recurring anger, you can consciously choose peace, practicing mindfulness and emotional regulation techniques to calm your mind and body. Instead of procrastination, you can commit to taking inspired action, breaking tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. And instead of negative self-talk, you can choose to speak with kindness and confidence, both to yourself and to others. Now, here's where it gets truly powerful. To truly lock in these new pathways, you'll need to commit to repetition and consistency. You've heard me talk about the 21-night commitment. Let's really pull back the curtain and reveal why this is so important. This isn't just some arbitrary number. It's connected to the concept of neuroplasticity, the brain's remarkable ability to rewire itself. Every thought, every feeling, every action creates a neural pathway in your brain. The more you repeat a thought, feeling, or action, the stronger that pathway becomes. Think of it like creating a path through a field of tall grass. The first time you walk through the grass, it's difficult. The grass is tall, and it resists your movement. But the more you walk the same path, the easier it becomes. The grass gets trampled down, and a clear path emerges. The same thing happens in your brain. Consistent repetition strengthens neural pathways, making it easier for you to access those thoughts, feelings, and actions in the future. Studies have shown that consistent repetition strengthens neural pathways and ingrains new habits. While the specific time frame may vary from person to person, committing to a 21-day period provides a solid foundation for rewiring your brain. It is important to realize that when I refer to night, this is simply symbolic. The activity can occur at any time of the day. Select a specific time when you are most receptive and able to engage fully in the practice. It's not about the time of day, but about the consistency and intention you bring to the process. Now, let's be real, you will likely face resistance and doubt when trying to change your mental patterns. It's a natural part of the process. Your old patterns are deeply ingrained, and your brain may resist the effort to create new ones. You might experience discouragement, feeling like the practice isn't working or that you're not making progress. But don't give up. Remember that this is a journey, not a destination. Break the practice into small, manageable steps. Instead of trying to overhaul your entire mental landscape at once, focus on one or two specific patterns. Find an accountability partner or join a supportive community. Sharing your experiences with others can provide encouragement and motivation. And to really amplify the effects, let's talk about the power of anchoring. Anchoring involves associating positive emotions or sensory experiences with your new, empowering beliefs to strengthen their impact. Think of it like creating a positive emotional charge around your new patterns. For example, when you're repeating your affirmations, listen to uplifting music that makes you feel good. Use aromatherapy, diffusing essential oils that evoke feelings of calm and joy. Or practice gratitude, focusing on all the things you're grateful for in your life. These positive emotions will become associated with your affirmations, making them even more powerful. But we can build beyond just repetition by incorporating visualization and emotional engagement. Rather than passively repeating affirmations, fully immerse yourself in the feeling of already having achieved your desired outcome. Feel the joy, the excitement, the gratitude. Engage your senses. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? The more vividly you can visualize your desired reality, the more powerfully you will attract it into your life. And tap into positive memories. Recall a time when you felt confident, capable, and successful. Relive that experience in your mind, focusing on the emotions you felt. Then, as you repeat your affirmations, consciously connect those positive feelings to your new beliefs. Ultimately, true transformation requires something that many find difficult: trust. It's about letting go and allowing the universe to work its magic. But what does that really mean? It's not about giving up or becoming passive. It's about trusting the process, even when you don't see immediate results. It's about releasing your attachment to specific outcomes and trusting that everything is unfolding in your highest good. Think of it like planting a seed. You plant the seed, you water it, you give it sunlight, but you don't constantly dig it up to check if it's growing. You trust that the seed will germinate and grow and eventually produce a plant. Manifestation is the same way. You plant the seeds of your desires, you nurture them with positive thoughts and feelings, and then you trust that they will manifest in your life. At the heart of this is faith, unwavering belief and trust in the unseen. It's the fuel that powers the manifestation process and attracts positive outcomes. I want to emphasize here that faith is not blind optimism. It's not about pretending that everything is perfect when it's not. It's a deep knowing that everything is working out for your highest good, even when you can't see it. All of this creates inner alignment. True manifestation comes from aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with your desired reality. If you want abundance but harbor feelings of lack, you're creating a conflicting energy that blocks manifestation. It's like trying to drive a car with one foot on the gas and the other on the brake. One of the biggest traps in this process is the trap of fear and doubt. Fear and doubt are like weeds that can choke the life out of your dreams. If you allow fear and doubt to take root in your mind, they will sabotage your efforts. Practice mindfulness to observe and detach from fearful thoughts. When you notice a fearful thought arising, don't judge it or try to suppress it. Simply acknowledge it, observe it, and let it go. Reframe negative thoughts into positive ones. Challenge your negative assumptions and look for evidence that supports a more positive perspective. So, how do you know if this is working? How do you recognize the subtle shifts that indicate your mental patterns are changing and your light body is activating? The signs are often subtle, but they are definitely there. You might experience increased feelings of peace, joy, and gratitude. You might find yourself feeling more content and satisfied with your life, even when external circumstances haven't changed. You might develop a greater sense of clarity, purpose, and connection. You might feel more aligned with your true self and your life's mission. You might experience enhanced intuition and creativity, finding yourself more easily able to access your inner wisdom and express yourself in new and innovative ways. And as your inner world transforms, your outer world will begin to reflect those changes. You might notice unexpected opportunities arising, synchronicities occurring, and positive encounters happening more frequently. Your relationships might improve, your career might advance, and your financial abundance might increase. Remember, transforming your mental patterns can have a ripple effect, positively impacting not only your own life, but also the lives of others. When you radiate positivity, you uplift those around you, creating a more harmonious and supportive environment. Because we are all interconnected, and your transformation contributes to the transformation of the world. Activating the light body and transforming mental patterns is an ongoing journey, not a one-time event. It's a process of continuous self-discovery and growth. Regularly revisit this practice to reinforce positive patterns and address any new challenges that arise. Think of it like tending a garden. You can't just plant the seeds and then walk away. You need to water them, weed them, and nurture them to ensure they thrive. And this practice is your way to tend to the garden of your mind, ensuring that it flourishes with positive thoughts, feelings, and actions. This is not a destination. It's a journey of continuous refinement. But what happens when you feel these techniques aren't working? What are some of the more advanced techniques you can use to reinforce these concepts? We'll get to that next. So, you've learned the foundations, but let's bring it all home. The path to activating your light body, as the ancient masters knew, isn't about grand gestures, but about the consistent practice of recognizing negative mental patterns, their thoughts, emotions, actions, or even the language we use, neutralizing their power by questioning their absolute truth and replacing them with beliefs and affirmations that uplift and empower. It's this consistent, conscious effort that gradually shifts your energetic state and unveils your light body, not as some separate, lofty goal, but as the beautiful byproduct of your mental discipline. Think of someone who consistently practices gratitude. Over time, they naturally radiate joy and attract positive experiences. Their mood is more stable, their goals are clearer, and their very presence elevates those around them. This resonates with the wisdom of James Allen, who wrote in, "As a man thinketh," that we literally become what we think about. This isn't a fleeting trend, it's a time-tested truth. Now, I need to stress that this isn't a quick fix promising overnight miracles. This is a journey, a commitment to long-term mental and spiritual evolution. That 21-night commitment we've talked about, that's simply a starting point, a catalyst to ignite your practice. The true magic happens when you integrate these practices into the very fabric of your daily life. Set those daily reminders on your phone. Keep a journal to track your progress, to note the subtle shifts in your thoughts and feelings. Seek out a mentor or a like-minded community to support you on your path. Studies in positive psychology show that these interventions are far more effective when practiced consistently and with genuine commitment. And what's at stake here? Nothing less than your full potential. By mastering your mental patterns, you unlock the door to a life brimming with fulfillment. Think of more fulfilling relationships, a career that resonates with your soul's purpose, and an unshakable inner peace that weathers any storm. This isn't about escaping reality. It's about consciously creating a reality aligned with your deepest desires and highest aspirations. It's about being the architect of your own experience. I know some of you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but is it really that simple? Is manifestation just about thinking positive? And that's a valid question. Let me be clear. Manifestation is not about wishful thinking without action. It's not about ignoring the challenges of life and pretending everything is perfect. True manifestation requires aligning your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. The light body isn't some magical shield that protects you from all harm. It's a state of heightened awareness, emotional resilience, and a deep connection to your inner wisdom. It's about navigating life's challenges from a place of strength and clarity. Remember, this is an ongoing journey, not a final destination etched in stone. Embrace the process, celebrate every small victory along the way, and allow yourself to evolve. Track your progress in your journal. Give yourself credit for every positive thought you cultivate, every negative pattern you release. I remember when I first started practicing this, I was incredibly skeptical. I thought it was all just a bunch of New Age fluff. But I was desperate for change, so I committed to the practice anyway. And slowly, subtly, things started to shift. I noticed I was reacting less to stressful situations. I was feeling more grateful for the good things in my life. And then one day, I realized I was genuinely happy. Not just occasionally, but consistently. That's when I knew this practice was real. If you're still feeling doubtful, that's okay. Doubt is a natural part of the process. The key is to not let doubt paralyze you. Keep practicing, keep experimenting, and trust that the process is working, even when you don't see immediate results. Remember that analogy of planting seeds. You might not see the sprouts immediately, but that doesn't mean nothing is happening beneath the surface. And remember, you're not alone in this. We're all on this journey together. I encourage you to share your experiences in the comments below. What's one small shift you've noticed since starting this practice? Your story could inspire someone else to keep going. It's about community. Now, if you want to delve even deeper, there are other techniques you can explore after you've committed to this core practice. Consider advanced meditation practices for deepening your inner awareness, or explore specific breathing exercises for calming your nervous system and reducing anxiety. And in future videos, we'll be exploring the connection between mental patterns and physical health. We'll delve into even more advanced techniques for manifestation and personal transformation. But for now, I want you to commit to the 21-night practice. Declare your intention in the comments below. Download that worksheet in the description. Subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. The light is already within you. It's always been there. It's time to let it